How's it going, everyone? It is Andre Williams, and over here we talk stocks and we focus on one thing: always protect your profits. And today we're going to be talking about SOFI and as well as for Chargepoint. Both of these plays ended up posting strong green days. If you watched my video yesterday, I see a buying opportunity coming. A lot of these plays were looking strong, hanging out at support areas that we talked about when taking a look at the charts. So if you guys were able to take advantage and make some money, my congratulations to you. But of course, I want to make sure you guys are updated going into tomorrow, which is Thursday. So just to remind you, if you're new to this channel, we do have timestamps down below inside the description. We're going to be taking a look at the charts. We're going to be taking a look at the short interest, and then I'm going to be giving my final thoughts for both of these plays afterwards. So let's get into those videos right now. So we're going to take a look at the chart for SOFI. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $5.25, being up 3.35%. On the low, it tested $5.04, and then on the high, testing $5.28. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 29.439 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 40.645 million shares. So we had below average volume on the day, and we've seen some strength in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is a daily chart, like I spoke about yesterday, SOFI has shown strength right at $5. We saw a low at 504, defended it well. We ended up seeing a high at $5.28. So going into tomorrow, what do we want to see? We want to see SOFI getting here to the 9 EMA at $5.46. I feel this is very doable. Also, we did make a higher low than we made on the previous trading day, but we didn't get a higher high, so please keep that in mind. But with that said, us showing support right at this $5 level should not be surprising, because we have been able to do that all the way back in May. So seeing some momentum, especially if the market continues to go up, I think that would be great for SOFI. Again, watch $5.46. If we can hold this level upon reclaiming it, then it opens a door for SOFI to get to $5.76, which is one of our key levels that we watch. And that's right where we had the 21 EMA at $5.80. And holding above this level, that's where we can start seeing if SOFI can make that test going to $6. Again, great day from SOFI, holding support right at that $5 level. Let's see that momentum continue. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for SOFI. So scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So when we take a look at the recent filings for the 28th, we have TIAA CREF Large Cap Value Index Fund Institutional Class that purchased 348,042 shares. We also see a closed position from Cadwell and Orkin. We also have TIAA CREF with Equity Index Fund Institutional Class that purchased 639,179 shares as well. Now, when we take a look at the short interest, the off-exchange short volume ratio is at 38.08%, and then for the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 7.97 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 10 million, updated just now, and then for the short borrow fee rate, it is at 0.91%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 26th, it's at 46.44, and then for the close of the 27th, being at 38.08. So that is quite a decrease right there. And then when we take a look at the short interest percentage of the float being at 12.59%, SOFI does continue to have short squeeze potential. So we're going to take a look at the chart for Chargepoint. Let's see how it performed on the day. So it ended up closing at $15.83, being up 4.01%. On the low, it tested $15.02, and then on the high, testing $15.93. When we take a look at the volume stats on the day, you can see we traded at 8.477 million shares, and the average volume over 10 trading days is at 11.341 million shares. So we had below average volume on the day, and we saw some strength in the stock. Now, when we take a look at our chart, which is our daily chart here, one of the things I want to bring to your attention, yes, we were able to have a close above the 50 EMA, which is at $15.72, which is a bullish sign. Plus, on top of that, we are continuing to have our higher higher low and as well as our higher high pattern going here. So knowing that we got to a high of 1593 and we closed pretty close to the 9 EMA, which is at 1584, and we closed at 1583. Going into tomorrow, what do we want to see from Chargepoint? We want to see a move going to $16. And you guys know about the area that I talked about. If we can have price action above $16.51 and even have a close or show support above that level, then this is a good look for the following trading day after, and as well as going into next week, which will start the month of October. But aside from that, if Chargepoint decides to have a pullback now, of course, I want to see a continuation of this higher low pattern. We saw a low at $15.02, so most preferably on a pullback, then I'd want to see us hold support at least above $15.40. If it's $15.30, I'll take that as well. But that's what I see in regards to a pullback. But again, we'll still look bullish since we are still continuing to have our higher low patterns. But for the most part, what I want to see from Chargepoint, you guys know it. Let's get to that $16 range going into tomorrow. And of course, pay attention to the market conditions, because if the market conditions are not great, then I don't see Chargepoint getting to 16. But if things look good, then I could definitely see Chargepoint getting to $16, and I want to see what it does to make that move going to above $16.51. Let's move on. So we're going to take a look at the recent institutional ownership and short interest information for Chargepoint. So scrolling down on the page, green rows indicate new positions, while red rows indicate closed positions. So when we take a look at the recent filings for the 28th, since we've already covered for the 27th, we have TIAA CREF Large Cap Growth Index Fund Institutional Class that purchased 112,169 shares, and you know what? That is about it. But also, we did see some changes going on amongst institutions as well, so we could take a look at that. So we have ENRG iClima Distributed Renewable Energy Transition Leaders ETF. That was quite a mouthful, wasn't it? So they have shares of 2,814, and it looks like they increased their position because we see a value change of 16.67%. And as we go down even further, which one is very noticeable, we see a short position from BIVIX, and what it looks like, they have 152,518 shares, and it looks like they increased their position because we see it up by 11.90% when we take into consideration the value change. And another one that is very noticeable as well is TIEIX, which is TIAA CREF Equity Index Fund Institutional Class. They have a position of 179,557 shares, and you could see that there's a value change of actually 16.79%. So it sees that they're increasing their position. We also do see Fidelity as well. They have a position of 41,908, and you see a value change of 22.67%. So again, these are good things to see, and that was also for the 27th as well. Now, let's take a look at the short interest information. The off-exchange short volume ratio is at 41.38%, and then for the off-exchange short volume, it is just over 2.01 million shares. Scrolling down on the page, the short shares availability is at 400,000, updated 4 minutes ago, and then for the short biofuel rate, it is at 1.92%. When we take a look at the history of the short volume, we can see for the close of the 26th, it is at 46.10, and then for the close of the 27th, being at 41.38. So that is a significant decrease right there. And then when we take a look at the short interest percentage of the float being at 17.09%, Chargepoint does continue to have short squeeze potential. So for my final thoughts for Chargepoint and as well as for SOFI, let's start off with Chargepoint. So Chargepoint continues to show strength. We see a continuation of higher lows and as well as higher highs, which has been going down for about 3 trading days. But you guys know we want to see Chargepoint trading at $16, and even better, having that price action above $16.51. That's where things can really start looking interesting for this play. And another thing to take into account, we showed support right at $15.02. So you know what I'm about to say. We want to see $15 continuing to show strength, but we want to have a higher low. So anything above $15.02, I will not be mad at whatsoever. If we can get a higher high, even better. And of course, that's in that $16 range. And if we can actually use $16.51 as support, Again, I've already said it, Chargepoint starts looking really solid. Of course, there could be some turbulence and so on, but you guys know because these plays are volatile. Now, as far as for SOFI is concerned, SOFI is continuing to show strength right at $5. We talked about this yesterday. It shows support at around $5.04. So just seeing that it has been consistent. We've seen this serve as support in July and as well as in May. So I want to see a continuation of this. So the key level that we want to see SOFI get to, you could probably guess it. I want to see it get to the 9 EMA. This is very crucial. So this is around $5.46. So if you don't know about this level, please add it to your notes. If you also remember some previous videos I talked about where SOFI could see resistance around $5.26. Where was the high of the day? At $5.28. Again, my levels work. If you use it to your advantage, you could easily make some money inside of these markets, even when they are volatile. But with that said, all my investors out there, like I said, I did see a buying opportunity. Getting to $5, that is not a bad area to load up on your position, as well as getting near that 52-week low around $4.82. That's another area that is not bad in regards to loading up on your position. Of course, I can't give you guys financial advice and I can't tell you exactly when to buy, but I hope when you're watching my videos, you're having a good idea of saying, well, you know what, looking at the charts, hearing what Dre is saying, this is a prime area where I could take advantage and ride that momentum up. That's why I give you guys these levels. Getting to that lower range, getting your position build out, or even taking a trade can prove out to be very advantageous. So I hope that you guys are using this. I know I do get some messages from some of you saying, yeah, you know what, I bought calls on Chargepoint, bought some calls on SOFI, even puts and so forth, saying that you're making money, and I'm happy to hear that. I'm happy that you guys are getting value from my videos, and that's why I do this in the first place. Also keep in mind, we do have a volatile week. If you haven't realized that already, we've had Fed speakers and so forth sharing their opinions, and also key economic data that's coming out. But I also want you guys to take into account that we do have October that is right around the corner, and I'm looking for these plays to gain some momentum. We have big tech earnings that is going to be coming at the end of October, and we know this serves as a catalyst already. The market gets excited when it comes to earnings, so these plays, like I said, should actually be able to move up. But at the beginning of October, I could see some more volatility, but as far as for the mid going into the late October, I do see a lot of strength. So when you see these opportunities to load up on dips, of course, I can't give you financial advice, but make sure you do your homework and you do your due diligence. I know a lot of you have been watching this channel for quite some time, and I want to make sure that you guys are prepared when entering these markets, and having a game plan is very essential. And I hope you're learning that when I talk about it in my videos as well. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll be coming back to give you guys another update as far as for Thursday. We'll talk soon.